Bing, 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 bing. We're live. Google Docs is live. It's the Kent Beck Scrum. It's a Thursday. Sam and Will and Nicola are here. What on earth is going on? I've just come from, I guess, the deep learning mob was the last thing. We have got the softmax gradient working, and yeah, we're going to be moving on to, I think, neural networks backpropagation next week. So that's fun. Yeah, anything else that's going on? Yeah, my family's sick, and I'm having to look after them, and it's a bit of a chaos thingy going on, but we'll get there eventually. Yeah, we've got the local support meeting coming up. And we've got this new React paid project coming through, which is exciting. And there's this like Gitcoin community who are like using Ethereum to like pay for open source projects, and like suddenly people coming across and doing exciting things. And since Will is here, maybe at the end of the Scrum, we might talk further about that. But
yeah.
Yeah, and Stella is also here. Stella! Yay for Stella! Stella is here. Hey, Stella, good to see you. Hey there. But let's go on. I think that's my update pretty much. I can't even like work out what I'm supposed to be doing next, but yeah, it'll be the local support meeting. Will, how are things going with you?
Pretty good. We had the Ethereum mob yesterday, and we were chatting through the project. And I think next time we're going to be working on why, specifically the Whisper part of Web3, which is a decentralized messaging. And I also noticed the Gitcoin stuff that you posted to Y channel, so I thought I'd come along, see what that's about.
Fantastic. Anything blocking you at all at the moment?
No, I have to set up a Whisper node, but I haven't started that yet. So that's what I've got to do next.
All right, great stuff. Okay, let's go on to, thank you, Will. Let's go on to Nicola. Hey, Nicola, how are things going with you?
Hey there. Fine. I've been taking a look to one of the comments that you did on one of the issues that we already closed, and it was to create the before save action on the organization controller in the local support website. It should trigger the geocaller sham, right?
Oh, yes.
On the creation and the update. That is what we want, because currently we have an after validation that the only thing that it's doing is each time that some change is happening, we are triggering that. So my question is regarding that. Do you want to implement it in the controller? I mean, because I think that it won't be a callback, but we can talk about it like later. And the other thing is I still didn't take a look to the newsletter event pull request, so that is what I'm going to do now, and have no blockers.
Good stuff. Yeah, interesting questions there. Yeah, which maybe we can perhaps get into in more detail in the local support meeting. Good show. Excellent. Thank you, Nicola. Stella is here. Hey, Stella, how are things going with you?
Hey, Sam. So on my side, it's been a very exciting week, learning a lot of cool and new stuff. So you remember when I was asking about custom emails, custom validations and stuff?
Yes.
Finally, I got to know how it works. In fact, I'm planning on writing a blog on it.
Right. Oh, wonderful.
Yes. Then we still have a date with Nick that I can get to learn how active job works as we work on the feature for events. So far, no blockers.
Great stuff. I'll look forward to seeing that blog. Wonderful. All right. Great stuff. Okay, well, that's our Scrum then. Yeah, so there are two things on my mind. One is the Gitcoin thing, which Will is here, we could talk about. The other one is getting the website 1 release. Nicola, did you manage to push stuff to staging and check if it was working?
No.
Do you want to just do that in the background?
Yes.
Now, because it just takes the time to kick it off, yeah, kick that off. We can discuss Gitcoin and maybe come back to that maybe after the local support meeting. Sure. But yeah, let's talk then about this Gitcoin thing. So I listened to the Changelog podcast. They had the CEO of Gitcoin on there, and for those who haven't yet listened to the podcast or read about it, it's basically an idea to use the Ethereum network. I think that specifically, that doesn't seem to be fixed on Ethereum at the moment, although I don't know if that's like a long-term commitment. But I've got an example of it here. I mean, I'm now in their Slack now, and they've got a nice active Slack with folks coming in, and I'll just share my screen here. But I think the key thing that they're doing is they're trying to set it up, and we can sort of see here, there's notif Gitcoin. They're trying to set it up so that's basically you can have bug bounties or feature bounties, so that when you work on a particular open source issue on GitHub, that you can then, when it gets merged in, that you would then receive some Ethereum as compensation for your effort. And they've got like a notification channel here in their Slack, which actually, when new items become available on the in their system, you get like a little notification there. And so this here, you can see someone's asking about porting from Python 2 to Python 3, and there's a certain funding amount. And that's just an individual one. Yeah, I think if I just take that off there, this is Gitcoin. I've got MetaMask running and Web3 enabled here, although I haven't got any further than that. I set up MetaMask with Will previously, but they, yeah, I think loading. I'm not sure I've got the URL quite right. Certainly, previously I was seeing a big list of different issues that could be worked on.
Are you on the main network?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, I think you don't actually need to be on MetaMask in order to see all of it. I'm on the main network there. That's I may have ridiculously screwed up the Explorer. Sorry, that was like reflecting badly on Gitcoin because I just like played with their URLs. So this is the Explorer here. I've got this set here. This is like own beginner. If I click, yeah, and they've got filters. So here we go. We can now see. So this is.
Oh, there's a MetaMask one there. Yeah, add Web3 1.0 support.
Right. Cool. So you can see here, this is a series of different things that you could work on. I think that a lot of the projects in there are have a cryptocurrency feel to them, perhaps not unsurprisingly. And you can see different amounts of Ether being offered, and it's showing you the amount in US dollars that you could earn for working on those things. I think they don't have like, they've got the moment here. There's like 17, and that's the total thing. I think they're just sort of just getting started. And maybe there's if we click onto any, we'll maybe see some more. But I think there's 170. So obviously, I mean, they've got people working on it, people getting paid for doing things. I think it's a really interesting concept, not uncontroversial, but yeah. There we go. I was thinking, wouldn't it be nice to have some Y issues in there, or other Agile Ventures projects? Any thoughts on this whole thing, Will?
I mean, I don't know where the money would come from my end,
right,
to do it. That's all. I mean, first of all, the first step would be to get some issues anyway, because I think that I don't have that anyway, and that would be good for people who want to work on it anyway. But I'm not in a workflow where I'm doing that, so I think I'm just a little bit out of the workflow at the moment to get into it. If I was making issues and they weren't getting done, then it's something I would consider. Yeah. I think that would be the point at which I'd consider doing it in my project.
Yes, no, that makes sense. I mean, we've got in some of our other projects, we've got like a backlog of issues of stuff that need to kind of get fixed up, and yeah, I guess it then comes down to, I mean, independently of the interesting way of they maybe set up and using Ethereum, it requires capital. That they're talking to me about maybe trying to raise some capital in order to like make that available. I mean, it's something that we could use some Agile Ventures resources just to put, small amounts of Ethereum. I guess in the first instance, I mean, I'm just really interested to sort of try the system out, partly, to improve my understanding of MetaMask and the Web3 and all these things. And I would love to kind of like, just work, even if it's for like a trivial amount of Ether, Oh, there you go. There's a have multiple sites appear on the homepage. There we go. I mean, I guess that's. I was sort of looking for beginner ones, and there didn't seem to be many.
That one's been submitted, I think.
Work submitted. Yeah. So I guess I want to look for. I probably clicked on any. So we should open. Oh, let's reload this. Yeah. I'd love to try the whole thing out.
End to end. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's also interesting timing in as much as we've got this new project that's starting. It's a sort by value. There you go. If we go down to the bottom there. Oh, so there's like even with a 0. Yeah, add network input field. There you go. There's something that's might be quite interesting to try out. The interesting thing is that these guys are they're in the space of open source sustainability, which we're also in, which is all about getting people paid to work on open source stuff and making it kind of can be people's main thing. We're quite excited about this My Noteboat project that's just started up. That's likely to be in React and is a paid project, and they've got a reasonable budget, and that's kind of will be a big step forward. Because what we've had so far is that the paid projects tended to have been technologies that people were not so excited to learn about. So there's a kind of a sweet spot there. Although this is just different models for making it so that people can work in the open framework and make progress. But yeah, this would be an interesting one. This is the add an input field that will work as follows. This looks like a relatively straightforward one. Yeah, I don't know. What's that field on GitHub? But yeah, it would be lovely to get your project, Will, to the point where we did have some, issues and getting more people. I think that's fantastic that it sounds like you'll be working on it in the mob as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to see where we're going to go with it. I was hoping it would have been cool if Federico was around, because I sensed yesterday that he was quite excited to just start working on it rather than waiting a week.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, well, and you can reach out to him and see if he's available for pairing.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, it's interesting with this one. It looks like this got fixed, but then is it open again? So I'm just gonna say I'm a little confused. Is this still open to work on? Okay. Anyway, well, I think that's our Scrum. In the background, Nicola, you were able to get the push to staging for website 1?
No, I wasn't able because I don't have the authorization to push to staging. Okay. I don't know why. No. I just tried, but no.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll look at that.
It says you are not authorized.
Sure. Well, let's look at that at the end of the local support meeting. Good show.
Yeah,
well,
sure.
Great to see everybody. Yeah, and Will, I think we've got another line of conversation. Yeah, in DM with you when you have a moment.
Okay.
To, check that out.
Right.
Based on our previous, pairing session and so on.
Right. Okay.
Cool. All right. Lovely to see everybody. See some of you in the which camera I'm not. Hello. See some of you in this local support meeting or a non. Yeah. Bye for now.
Bye bye.